What's up, guys? It's Cosmic Reaper here, and we're just gonna get straight into this one here. So basically, we were playing on this server called Hashtag Smoke, and we just joined probably like an hour or two ago before this raid. And these kids were talking shit, and they said they were alpha. So we came over to this base, and we saw this, and we're like, yeah, we're raiding it. Literally, they only have this wall here, and they're guarding Dragon Cave, one of the biggest caves on Crystal Isles with it. So we just began soaking it. I mean, you know, how you raid an arc, and it really wasn't that bad. These kids were probably, this is one of the worst base designs I've ever seen for Dragon Cave. I mean, just look at this. I mean, they have a good design, but they you just wait till in the video, you'll see they probably put about 100 ADV per heavy, and I'm not even kidding you. It was so bad. We rated this base in an hour, and these kids were saying they were alpha, so it was really funny. But you'll see here as when we get the golem and stuff to drain the heavies, like you just drain that tech right there. And we're draining tech in like 2 minutes. Tech actually had a decent amount, and then like right here, look at this. You see the golem's draining right now. Just wait. You'll see the golem. These kids had no ADV in any heavies. Actually, I think this is actually the yeah. See, he drained that one right there. You see, he started when I started the clip, so that's like probably 100 bullets maybe. And then this next heavy he's gonna drain actually has up high about 1,000 because he actually drains it for a minute. But still, I mean, these kids, they need to learn how to load turrets if you're going to claim alpha on a server. But, I mean, that's not really my business, but, you know, I'm just saying. And then once we really drained, I mean, we decided to use the Rex strategy with the tech saddle, where you use, like, the element tech saddle and just fucking go to town on this stuff. Because we just got element. We got tech today. I mean, this server's pretty easy to get tech. You don't have to do bosses or anything like that. I mean, the 25 times, so we decided just to play on the server today. And these kids were talking horrible shit too, though. They were saying how they were alpha, how bored they were and stuff. And we pull up to this dragon cave and we're like, okay, pretty easy. Yeah, and then they're gonna call us obviously pussies for offlining and stuff. But the thing is, when we came here, one of their trimates was online and he got off while we were raiding, so that's his fault, not ours. We're not gonna stop the raid because he got off. You know what I mean? So we just continue raiding it. We're not just gonna get off. You know, we're not just gonna stop raiding because he gets off. I mean, that's kind of dumb to do. So we just kept draining this, and then we're gonna pull out. And then here before long, we're gonna switch over to the Rex because we got bored of doing this shit. This is like the only heavy he actually loaded. It was that one. Was that one I'm when I spyglassed on at the bottom right down there. Then he's draining. That's like the only heavy he actually loaded. All the rest of them had about 100 bullets per turret. Yeah, these kids, this was bad. It's especially when it's on a 25 times. And then we pulled out the trike, and then the tech Rex saddle, and then it's a little laggy because these kids were mass breeding out of the ass. So this base was so laggy to raid, but we did it. That's all that matters. You'll see in the video later on how laggy this shit was. It was unreal. And we just began draining. We just began the Rex strat, and here in a second we're gonna get in. When we get in the base, I'll show you guys all the loot we got. We really didn't get anything insane. These guys, they didn't have that good of loot, especially, you know, for supposedly being alpha, which they say they are. So yeah, Trike took heavy damage there. There's a lot of tech still up, but if you guys know, the Rex saddle will melt tech. It'll like two-shot tech with that saddle, especially in a cave. So my friend just started fucking shooting the wall, and he was breaking all the tech in there once he got close enough, because they put their turrets on low, like dumb fucks. So when the turrets are on low, the Rex saddle can reach them, and the turrets can't shoot the Rex. So it's easy. You can easily raid it. So my friend just started right there. He said he starts hitting that wall, and it's going down. But after we learned this out, after we figured like that, they put it on low. We got in the base in probably 10 minutes. So we just started just fucking wrecking shit. And then they had a couple hidden in the ground that we didn't see here. So we got rid of all the tech, and I would go grab the golem, because, you know, you can't destroy heavies with it. So you gotta destroy either the foundation or drain them. And usually it's easier just to drain it, because we didn't want to waste a bunch of our element. So we just drain all the heavies up here. Once we get all the heavies drained, we're basically in, because this is their only wall. They have a wall on the other entrance, but, you know, there's no point in draining them both out, so we just drain this one. And you guys can see how laggy this base is. Like, this isn't just cave. This is just, that's their base, bro. It's so laggy. They probably had a total of like 600, like I would say 1,000 tames in there, just mass breeding stegos and Lamytras and shit. It was terrible. And I don't even understand why these kids are using Lamytras in PvP. It's kind of stupid, but yeah. And then I don't even know what we were doing here. I'm just kind of looking back at these clips, and it's kind of funny how we'll probably trying to figure out what we were saying and stuff, but. I think we were draining. We're going to begin draining that tech because they started shooting me, and I'm letting him. He's pretty good at soaking. I mean, it's really not that hard, but I usually let him do that part. And then the Rex was on fucking neutral, and it almost went in and died, so I saved its ass. The Rex almost died, and then I would have had to go tame another one. That was close, and then we get the Rex. Yeah, and there's only one. And then I noticed that there's only like one tech shooting him. And I thought maybe, then I tried to shoot it, and you'll see what happens here. Whenever I try. I don't know what's going on here. Yep, and here I go shooting it. What we took 2 shots, because that's cave damage for you. 2 shots and that shit's gone. So then then my friend's like, oh damn, that was pretty easy. And then we got on. Then he started goleming it, and then we were just gonna try to drain all of those heavies left. There shouldn't be that many. You guys will see here. This right here is a good example right here of how much they actually load turrets. Like right there, you gotta look close because there's still tech in there. But you gotta get rid of the tech first if you guys don't know how this works. The golem takes less damage to heavies, but gets so fucking destroyed by tech. And the trike's the opposite. It'll get destroyed by heavies and soak tech really well. So that's why we were using 2. We were using the trike to drain the tech and the golem to drain the heavies. My friend's trying to find the tech where it shoots him, and he got it finally. And then he drained 2 of them at once, as you can see. And once he drained these 2, it was only heavies, and then we could just easily drain them with the golem, because these kids didn't load for shit. If these kids would have loaded this wall, it would actually have been pretty tough to get in. But it was just the fact that they only loaded like 100 ADV, and they even had a cage at the beginning, as you probably saw, like us like on the foundation. They had probably like 3 turrets with like 100 bullets in it, and like you see how fast they drained that. He drained that tech right there. That's sad. That was probably like 200 bullets in each one. That is really bad. That's horrible. I don't know why they would even bought. I don't know why these kids were claiming alpha when they had like 100 bullets in each turret. Like, we had more bullets in our base than these kids did, and we started like today, and these kids started at the beginning a wipe. Like, that's how bad it is for these guys, so. And yeah, you see right here, these foundations. There was a big ass cage there. They only had like 5 turrets loaded on it, if that, and they had like maybe 200 ADV. So we drained it in seconds. That's why I didn't even bother showing it. It was just a pointless clip. There was really no point showing it. You guys didn't want to watch us drain 4 turrets or whatever. It was pretty stupid. I think they were working on the cage a little more, but they should have probably considered working on the wall too, because this wall was fucking horrendous. So then my friend just started shooting, and I don't know how long it took him, but then he destroyed something, and we just got in. I don't remember how long until he broke it all. I think there's another tech over there. I think that's what he's getting. And I think he actually got it. And then we really waited on the trike to heal after that, because we didn't want to. We don't want to rush it and lose a trike, and I had to go to Genesis and take another fucking trike, because you know how the winter biome is, kind of annoying. So yeah, I mean, these guys, they've been talking shit since we joined the server. We had intentions on raiding them from the start, but then they said they were built in Dragon Cave, and we pull up here and we see this shit, and we're like, yeah, we're raiding this today, because we don't want them to build up more. We're just gonna get rid of them. We're tired of seeing them talk shit, you know. These guys have been talking shit since we joined. Like, just the minute we joined, they said what's up. Like, they were just making fun of us the second we joined about how bad we were and stuff. So yeah, and then these kids they're just really sad. Like, you guys will watch the heavies, like the gray smoke. You see them just disintegrating, because that's how low the turrets are. Like, you just seen 2 turrets drain in like 4. Oh, look at them all. See them all draining? Look at that. 1 turret left, all drained. That entire wall was just drained in 2 seconds. That's how bad they are at loading turrets. Like that, they loaded probably that was probably 25 bullets in each turret. And I'm not even kidding you. You seen how fast we soaked all that shit. It's bad. And look, we're in. I think that's the last turret there. I know he's got one more, but you know, these kids don't load, so it's pretty easy. Yeah, and that is their wall on the inside of their base. Like, that right there is the only wall they had. They had one on the other entrance, but like I said, we're not even going to bother with that shit because there's no point in destroying that one too. So, we just really finish off this wall here, and then after that I'll show you guys I'll show you guys all the loot we get at the end of the video, but it really wasn't anything special. So if you're here for getting big loot out of bases, this is not it. These kids didn't have shit. It was just the point of us raiding them and how bad their base was. Like, my friend just drained their entire wall with one golem. Like, usually if you have a good wall, like, a golem would have to drain one at a time. My friend's just running in there because he knows that these kids have no ammo in their turrets at all. And look, I think that's the entire wall drained right there. So after that, you'll see whenever it's drained because we move up. But I think that's it. I don't know. These kids were just fucking dumb for the way they built this wall. I mean, I've seen people build bad bases before, but this is unlike another one. This is unlike any other. This is just bad. I mean, this was just pathetic how bad they built this base. I mean, I think there was a tech in the back that we were going to try to get. I think that's what he's getting right now because he was going to drain it, but then we're just like, use the Rex, bro. Or maybe he might drop the tower. I don't remember what he does here. I think there was another tech that we didn't know if it was all drained yet, so we just kind of waited. But yeah, the only turrets they really loaded were like, you see that tech he just destroyed in the front. That's like the only one that was loaded. And they had a couple hidden inside like the brushes over there. They actually loaded those pretty well, but that was about it. Every other turret on this base had about 180 V, and it was really sad because they didn't like. You don't claim alpha on a server and load each turret with 100 bullets on a 25 times. Like, nah, bro. That's MTS type. Even people in MTS have more ammo than these dumbasses. I mean, this is just pathetic. And then right here we realize we're like, oh shit, wall's drained. Let's just go fucking begin looting, you know? I don't know how long it takes us to realize it, but I don't think we understand that this wall is drained. I think because we were also kind of concerned for internals too. We didn't know what they had behind the wall, but they had like some tower, but it was all down. Like, there was no heavies loaded, there was no heavies powered on, so it was really just us. I mean, it was really just this wall, and that was it. And they had like I said, they had that cage, but like that wasn't even a fucking raid. That was just us destroying some turrets for some free ammo. I mean. And these kids, you could tell they were playing on the server since day one because they have a lot of tech stuff. Like, I mean, tech isn't easy to get on the server, but it's not hard to get. But they had a lot of tech loot. That's why we were like, yeah, these kids have been playing on this server for a while. But yeah, now you guys can really get a good hint of the lag. You guys can really see the lag now. Like, it was bad in here. I mean, this was some of the worst lag I've ever seen in a base. And it wasn't the cave. You'll see later in the video what it was. These kids were mass breeding, like, so much shit in here. It's unreal. Then we just dropped our fucking wall right here. And we're in the base. That's the wall. Fucking dog shit wall. Friend destroys that. And then I'll show you guys all everything about this cave. Really, this cave, they built it really cool inside. It actually did look kind of sick. Now, I'm not even gonna lie. But, like, it was stupid. The way that they mass breeded and the way they built that wall. That wall was embarrassing. Like, if I had a wall like that, I'd be embarrassed. I would not be calling myself alpha with that shit. But my friend dropped that. Obviously, we're going to take that Ellie because Ellie's pretty good for us. 118. That's actually quite a bit for us early in the game. So we took that Ellie. And we're just waiting on more. I think we made another C4 run here soon, but the main of the loot is down there. I didn't go down right away because I didn't know there was turrets down there. My friend just said fuck it. that was a glitch right there. That was lag. My friend just says fuck it, and he just goes down, and he's realized that there's none. But yeah, I mean, the loot wasn't insane. I mean, we got some cryos. I'll show you them. There's nothing really that good though. I mean, everything we have better tames, and we're on day 1 than these kids had on day 30. So. Or whatever day they're on the server. I don't even know when the server wipes, so. but I'm gonna show you guys. I think, yeah, I don't know what these kids were fucking doing. It was just, they were doing something in here. Like, it was fucking crazy. You guys can just see me fucking wagging back and forth. It was hard to raid this base too, like to loot it because of the lag. And then we were checking for player bodies too around these glyphs. We didn't see any up here, but a lot of the player bodies were hidden down there, and they had a lot of the player bodies had like cryos and shit on them. I don't know what they were doing. They didn't put like they just hid all their stuff on them. They're not too smart. These people, they really need to consider working on their base. Yeah, I just don't get it. Yeah, this base is terrible. I mean, you guys will see, especially the inside. Like, the loot is not what we thought we were gonna get out of this base. This base is pretty sad. So my friend, then, I don't know when he jumps down. I think we wait a minute. I don't even know what we're doing, what he's doing right now. I'm not even sure. I'm just looking back at these clips, but. And I didn't realize that the base was all down there. And you see all those stegos? That's what they're mass breeding right there. That's some of the stegos. That's only like half of the stegos too. That's what's really sad about this shit. You can just see the fucking lag in here. Like, this is bad. Obviously, if you join the server now, all this shit's gone, so we don't have to worry about that, because we meat ran everything in here with a Giga at the end of the video. I'll show you some of that too. They have like VWOs and stuff in there. There was really nothing insane though. A lot of the loot in here was just mediocre. And my friend just says fuck it here, and he just goes down, and he's like, oh shit, okay. No internals at all. Easier. That makes it even easier. I think we even want to put one heavy down there. It would have been a pain in the ass, but they didn't even do that. Like I said, one heavy with 1,000 rounds down there would have kind of fucked us right a little bit, because we would have had to drain it. That's it. They didn't even put that though. They literally just handed us free fucking loot. And you can see, like, this is just hard to maneuver in here, so. Yep, and this is the inside. I mean, nothing insane, nothing bad. I mean, obviously go for the crowd fridges first, but I forget what we took out first. Yeah, yeah, you can see the lag in here. We were kind of getting annoyed with this shit. It was bad. We only had like 2 C4. I think my friend had some on him too. We didn't bring much because we didn't actually expect to get in that quick. We thought it would take us a little bit longer because like this base looked a little bit better than we thought it was, but and I don't remember what we blew up first. Yeah, I think we blew up the reps, and we checked out the reps. Like, you see that? That's a lot of LE though. 300 LE. That's a lot. We'll take that all day. And then there's a lot of autos in there. We L1'd a lot of this. We took all that. Like, we'll take all those BPs, all that Palmer. We just L1 that shit. And yeah, you can just see the lag. Like, it's bad, man. And then we knock out these cryo fridges too. Yeah, over here, like that's over they're breeding over there and stuff. Like, it was just bad how much fucking shit they have in here. These kids need to consider not making us lag the entire time, because it was annoying as hell. Like, me and my friend, we really wanted to stop raiding this base because of the lag. It was getting to the point where it was just so annoying to raid. And then I don't know if 1C4 blew up the cryo fridges or not. It didn't, but it did blow up like chem benches or something nearby, I remember. Yeah, I don't exactly remember what happens now. We get more C4 soon. I know that because we obviously wipe these kids. We don't foundation wipe them because you see how much shit they have in here. That would just take us so fucking long. But they had chem benches right here. There was nothing insane in them. Just some base loot that you would get. My friend started fucking biting. He actually destroyed a lot by doing that though. I didn't think it would do that much, but gunpowder. I wanted charcoal, all that stuff. We'll take it if it's gonna be handed to us, but we really don't need it. Yeah, we didn't really take charcoal. We only really took gunpowder, because gunpowder, you know, I'll take some free gunpowder. Free gas, we didn't really take that either. We didn't really take anything from the chem benches. Nothing really we needed. Flint, like, you know, all that stuff's easy to farm up, so why even bother? Then I just started just whacking this fucking bed. In case they did join back, we didn't want them to respawn. Because we only killed like one actual body so far, because the other player was hiding. Well, the other, like, this is a 6-man. Kid you not, this is a 6-man right here. This tribal rating was a 6-man, and we are a fucking 2-man, and we wiped the hell out of them. We wiped them in an hour. Even if they were all on the line, we probably still would have got them because these kids are bad. I PvP'd the one day on a wyvern, and I picked him in a second. He's terrible. These people were bad. These people were bad, but especially like I told you though, like we're not just gonna wait for people to get online to raid them. Like if they're online when we raid, then they're online. If they're not online, then that sucks. But this kid was online too when we first came over here, and he would have left the game as we were raiding. Me and my friends like, is this guy retarded? And I'm like, I think so. Because he just got off as we were draining his turrets. I don't know how he didn't notice. You'd think he would know, but he didn't. And me and my friend, at first when we first got here, we actually thought that they might have popcorned a lot, especially when we blew those cryo fridges open. Because my friend's grabbing C4 while I destroyed this bed, but yeah, we actually thought that they might have popcorn because of the amount of loot we got out of this. It was really, really bad. We didn't get shit at first because we were kind of nervous. I mean, we were like, yeah, we don't get anything out of this. I mean, we did just wipe like the supposed alphas of the server, but we would kind of like to get some loot because we're kind of new to the server, and that would be nice. So, yeah, I don't know, man. Like, this base, it was a pretty good design. I like the way they built the inside, though. It was pretty cool. It just, if they would have actually loaded turrets, man, I mean, it would have been way better for them if they would have did that. Trying to think what else we did here. Yeah, a lot of this stuff was empty. Like this transmitter didn't have anything in it. The reps they weren't really loaded. They had like no eggs either, which was really weird because if they were mass breeding like that, we feared they would be loaded with eggs. They didn't have a single like they had like one egg, maybe two. They didn't have any, we didn't get any stego eggs out of it. It was crazy. I feared that these kids would have a lot because you look over there, you feel the fucking lag. I mean, you know these kids were mass breeding, so I just keep whacking the bed. Get rid of the bed here. Down to 1,000. Yeah, once we just wanted to make sure we get rid of this. I was getting rid of this as my friend grabbed C4. We're just gonna start blowing the hell out of everything. It's almost there. And I think like the best cryo we actually got out of this base was like a 313 Theory, and that's actually pretty solid. We'll take that. But there was like a 75 Griffin in there and shit like that, and we don't want that. You know what I mean? Like we don't want fucking Griffin, like level 75 Griffins. And they actually, I don't remember what vault it was, but they left one of these unlocked because they had like you can see like BPs. Like we knew we were gonna get some loot out of these. You can fucking see the lag though. That shit's crazy. And then they left this one unlocked. I'm like, okay, we'll take that armor. We'll tech suits and stuff. Like we'll take those tech suits all day long. Man. Yeah, we got the tech suits. We'll take those, especially that riot gear. That riot gear is insane too. And then we just, I think I just end up L1ing this shit. Honestly, yeah, I just end up saying fuck it and L1ing it. Oh, there's just locked, but for some reason that one was unlocked. I don't know what the logic was behind that, but. Yeah, and a lot of this stuff you see here is actually empty. Like I think one of these crowd fridges had stuff in it. The rest of them didn't. They were pretty stupid. Like these guys, they were just, I don't know. They were different. We haven't rated someone this bad in a long time. These people were just like unexplainably bad. I mean, it was crazy. And later on, we run all these tames. Like all these tames get fucking wrecked by our Giga, so it's all good. And they had another wall up on the other entrance. We saw it. We were trying to make sure we avoided that. It's obviously not over that way. It's right above where I am now. But yeah, these guys, they definitely mass breeded. They definitely mass breeded. I don't know why they were mass breeding so much. Like it didn't make. I don't know. It was laggy in here though too. It was kind of annoying as hell, especially when we started like looting like the crowd fridges and stuff here in a minute. That shit got fucking annoying. So I didn't. Oh, I didn't end up leaving stuff in here. Yeah, that riot gear is pretty solid though. We'll take that riot gear all day long. The riot gear could be some. My riot gear is insane. Like I've seen that. So my friend got here with C4, and we started fucking destroying. Obviously, being us, we went for the cryo fridges first, because the cryo fridges. And they all three had bags. So, well, at first they all three had bags. We're like, yay, cryos. And then just wait till we open this shit. That's the only stuff we got out of this base. Decent Paracers, that dog shit Griffin. Yeah, a direwolf. Who tames a fucking direwolf? Yeah. And then I teleport home. And this is really a show off of all the loot we got here. We got all the wood out of the base already. We already looted it. I didn't really show all the looting because it really wasn't that entertaining. We literally had to fight so many tames in there too that were fucking aggro and stuff, so it wasn't entertaining. But this is like most loot we got. I'll show you guys pretty much everything. This is all new stuff for us, so we're built on Crystal Isles if you guys are wondering, because obviously Dragon Cave, but a lot of BPs. That one BP is pretty nice. We'll take that. There's a lot of good saddle BPs in here I didn't realize we got until after the raid, because then I went back and I started going through them and I'm like, oh wow, okay, that's actually really good, because we got this like real insane Quetz BP, so Quetz platform saddle BP, and it was good. I'm glad we got it. We got a lot of ADV, we'll always take that ADV. Decent amount of metal smelted, med brews. A lot of this stuff really is not that good. Like I'm dropping the dog shit stuff. Like we don't really need any of this. I mean, a lot of graps, a lot of ADV. Look at all that metal. A lot of darts though. Those darts are nice. We don't have to craft them. And for some reason they have a Mosasaur tech saddle. I don't know why you'd make that. Especially when they live in Dragon Cave, they don't even have like an underwater base. That would actually make sense to make that. But we get to the refrigerators. I put my members in here. We actually had some of this before the raid, but not that much of it. Most of this stuff is from the raid. And in here, I think is where we have our eggs. I don't remember. I'm looking back at this now. We changed everything up by now. Yeah, these are all the eggs we got out of the base. Some pretty good trops. I mean, we'll take that. And then we got this really good blood here. That was probably like 2 150 tames right there, I would imagine. So, we got those. I think we got some stuff in here too. And we did. I was just putting that stuff away. And then we got to the cryo fridge. Like I said, I already showed you guys the cryos. Most of those wyverns are ours. That golem's ours. It was already ours. That Daedon's already ours. That Trike's already ours. Like, yeah. And then here's us meat running now. So we have this pretty good saddle here for the Giga. It was one that we stole off these guys actually. And then this is one of the Gigas. I just went and tamed this right before we raided this base. It was actually a 150 wild. It was an insane fucking Giga. It took me like an hour to tame, but we got it. And this thing was pretty good at killing these guys' tames. It pretty much one-shot a lot of their stuff. The Tech Stegos had a lot of health though, so it took a while to kill them. And some of them had some really good saddles too. But yeah, like the wyverns and stuff, we just chomp right through that shit. I'm not gonna show too much of this though, because it really isn't entertaining. Most of it's this right here, just us like lagging back and forth. You can see I'm just fucking wrecking. The real funny thing was like look how many stegos and shit they have. Like they have this rhino. I end up getting stuck here. I end up getting stuck a couple times because those stegos, when they attack you, they get like so close to you. I was getting kind of annoyed with that, and then you can just see the rhinos get fucking destroyed. And then one of the kids joins the game and sees us. He got wiped and he starts talking shit. I don't know why he started talking shit. I mean, he literally got wiped. So I don't get why people do that, but whatever. So we just continued chomping at their shit here. I mean, they really because you know some people will hide like loot inside like really OP teams, so we wanted to make sure we weren't missing out on any loot, and we definitely weren't. We didn't get anything out of this base really at all, to be honest with you. See, I see right there. He just said he has 6 people. That's how we knew. Yeah. My friend's talking shit to him, but honestly, my friend's not being toxic. My friend's being honest to God. Like, I don't blame him because it's bullshit with these kids were saying some toxic shit before we raided them. So these kids deserve it. Especially that sniper guy wasn't really the one talking this shit at the beginning though. And here's my friend chomping now. Give him a little bit of a turn. But yeah, it really wasn't him that was talking all the shit. It was mainly the other guy. His name was like ORD or something like that. Yeah, he's annoying too. They were all talking shit, but mainly him. He was the one saying they were alpha. But then the kid just got off after that, so we just continued, chomping his tames. And yeah, I mean these stegos, it took a while to kill them because they had like 100,000 health, and they also had like insane good saddles on them too. So we took all those saddles and and we actually got a breeding pair of these guys as stegos too because we stole some. There was a crowd one and we stole some of the eggs out of the fridge too. So we actually got a breeding pair of these guys as good stegos. So and they have like mutations and shit, so we'll take them. And then at the end of the video, I'll show you guys what we found out what really was causing the lag. They had like a Mitras on spam breed up there, or something like that. We don't know if they were wild or tame. We didn't really look. We just fucking killed them. It was bad, but our Giga was pretty good. You can just see our Giga's just wrecking this shit. We already killed most of the tames during at this point. I just kind of edited it out because, like I said, most of it was just like this right here. I'm just gonna show some. Like you see, like how he's just killing the fucking stegos repeatedly. It took a while. The ones without the saddles died real quick, but the ones with saddles, it actually took a minute. And most of the fight, most of us meat running was just this right here. So we mostly edited most of it out. Like we didn't want to sit here and just. I didn't want to show you guys all of this. Like it really wasn't entertaining. But yeah, bye alphas of supposed alphas of Smoke and Crystal Isles. They're gone. But these guys weren't alpha. There's no way. We had a better base than them, and we started at 2 hours, an hour ago before this fucking raid. So I know they weren't alpha. Yeah, if you guys want to see more raids, just comment and stuff. I'll show you more raids. And if you guys ever want to join us, and I don't know if we're like gonna let you join our tribe and stuff, but you guys can join the server and build up. This is a pretty good server. It's called #Smoke 25 times. It's a pretty fun server. I like it because it's not really much of a grind. You don't have to grind too much because it gives you a lot of the stuff for you. Like tech's already unlocked. You get black pearls out of artifacts and stuff. It's nice. But yeah, my friend killed all that. We really killed everything, and then up here, I'm going to show you guys right here. This up here is why we were lagging. There's like, if you look in there, see all those little Mitras in there? That's why we were lagging. There's probably about like 300 in there. It was so bad. We didn't know if they were tamed or what. We didn't know. We just, like, look at all of them in there. So, we just decided to giga them so we would, lag a little less. But we weren't really gonna be in here too much anyways after this raid, so. My friend just finishing off the final stegos. Remember, this thing is full of stegos. We killed a lot of stegos during this too. It was like probably a total of, I would say, 30, 40 stegos. So definitely good what we did. It really does. It really was nice. It was a pretty fun raid. I mean, me and my friend, we didn't die one time to the turrets. We did die like a couple times to their tames, like because their tames were annoying as hell on aggro. But we didn't die to the turrets at all. I mean, we literally just walked. This was one of the easiest raids we've ever done. So, especially when they were clipping alpha, we really expected something good, and we come in here and it's this. It was really funny. But friend's gonna finish meat running those stegos. I'll show you guys this one too. I mean, it really, like I said, it's nothing entertaining. Like you see, he's just chomping on stegos. I mean, you guys didn't want to see that. We were probably meat running for about 30 minutes, 40 minutes because there was a lot of shit in here. I don't know why they had so much. Like I don't know why people do this, but like mass breed, like it just ruins the server because all you do is cause lag. Like it's stupid, but these guys won't be breeding no more. His trimate ORD got on the server a little bit later and was like, he started fucking like apologizing and shit, and then he said like how he's gonna send all of his friends after us and stuff, and we're like, go for it, man. So I don't know, but he's definitely not alpha. These guys were never alpha. They're never going to be alpha of a server with this base. So, and like we're not being toxic to these guys either. Like these guys, they started the fight. They were talking mad shit to us, especially to us. They were like calling us shit. They didn't even know where our base was, and they were calling us bad. So, we definitely wanted to make sure we paid him a visit. Now I start crying and stuff here, as my friend Meat runs everything because we were gonna head back to base after this. Yeah, this is a pretty fun raid. We really only raided these kids because of like what they were doing. We didn't really want too much loot out of them, so we weren't too mad when we didn't get any loot. So I mean, we're not gonna get too mad about it. But yeah, and then my friend's gonna cry the Giga, and we're gonna show you guys this little miners up here. It was pretty bad how many they had. I don't know why they had so many, but my friend's just gonna cry away. You'll see, you'll see how bad the lag is here. Like this shit's fucking insane. It's so bad. He threw down the cryo Giga, and like when he bit, like I really thought I lagged out of the game. It was so bad. You'll see. Like he's throwing it down in there when he hops. Like, look at this. Look at that shit. That's crazy, and that's just one bite too. There was still more. Like you can see to my right, there's still, look how many more there is. This shit's just crazy. And you see that room there too. That room is full of them too. But we end up killing them too.